All right, so let's take you now back to the Hoek. That's where our reporter Calvin Mhlanga is. Traffic volumes are expected, of course, to increase as revelers prepare to usher in the new year. Calvin, a very good afternoon to you. Just give us a sense of where you are exactly and, of course, who you are with and what's happening there.
Good afternoon to you, Unati, and to our SABC viewers at home. Our video journalist is showing you at the Hoek Toll Plaza. That is where we are. We are monitoring the situation. You would understand that tomorrow is the 31st of December 2025, the last day of the year. In most cases, people do move in and out of this province of Gauteng, especially those who are going to provinces like your KwaZulu-Natal, provinces like your Mhlanga, provinces like your Free State will be able to be using this road entry toll plaza to go home, and most of them would want to spend the New Year's Eve and cross over with their loved ones. I'm with the Gauteng government spokesperson, Mr. Mhlanga, who will be able to tell us more on what is expected in here. Mr. Mhlanga, thank you very much for your precious time. I'm told by the security officials that we need to move here. We are not allowed to be this closer. We need to move to that other side, but we will be quick for our viewers' sake. You can just tell us what is happening here.
Well, we are here on the N3 North to welcome people who are coming to our province in Gauteng. As you can see, they're crossing the Hoek Plaza, coming to our side. We are saying to them that as they come in, they need to remember that they have a responsibility to drive carefully, obeying all the rules of the road, making sure that all the passengers in the car, including the driver, they've got their seatbelts fastened, because that is needed for their own safety, but also that they shouldn't speed. We've got police all over the way from here up until you get to the Johannesburg CBD, and passing all our municipalities around Ekurhuleni as well. From this part of the province, there's visibility, but it's all really about making sure that each and every person who's on our roads, they are able to pass through Gauteng safely. Those who are coming to Gauteng, they need to know that we're not going to allow any lawlessness. We arrested 8 people for speeding yesterday. Some were driving at 200 kilometers per hour. We are going to say that's not allowed. In fact, they need to remember that in Gauteng we'll arrest you and we're going to detain you. You are going to have a criminal record, which is completely unnecessary if you were to obey the rules of the road. So it's really about them remembering that they need to arrive alive. But we are here to also remind them of the fact that they need to do basic things, such as indicating when you're changing lanes and making sure that you are aware of the environment around you, and that you need to rest when you are driving long distance, every 2 hours or every 200 kilometers, making sure that you don't take alcohol or any drugs or anything that will intoxicate you and therefore influence your decision making. So it's really about that, raising awareness, reminding people of their responsibilities, and making sure that they arrive alive wherever they're going.
Let's talk about the statistics compared to 2024 to 2025 and now 2025 to 2026. The reason why I'm bringing this question to you, it's because tomorrow is the last day of 2025. Are you happy with the stats?
Yeah, so far so good in terms of what we're seeing in Gauteng, but we are seeing a lot of crashes within the city of Johannesburg, some in the city of Tshwane, and of course in Ekurhuleni, mostly pedestrians being killed. We have over 137 pedestrians who have since been killed through being knocked down by motorists. That's why we're appealing to motorists not to speed, because if a person suddenly appears in front of you and you're at high speed, you'll not be able to stop and make the emergency stop that you need to make to avoid a fatal crash. So that's the concern really. But we are also, appealing to all other motorists that they need to be careful and remember that there's nothing worth your life. So you need to really plan your trip and take it easy, and making sure that you're drinking water, no alcohol, because that is going to get you into trouble, like the people that are currently in holding cells because they were arrested for different violations. But we also want to question against those people who are walking on our major highways. You cannot do that. It's not allowed. The police are going to deal with you if you do that. So we really want to remind people that we want each and everyone to arrive alive. The stats are improving. as of now, but we know that tomorrow there's going to be a huge problem because people are going to be rushing to get to their destinations as it's going to be New Year's Eve, and they will want to spend the evening with their loved ones as they cross over into 2026. We need to make sure that each and every one of you, especially those that are in Gauteng, our province, make sure that you behave responsibly. Even if you are going to a place of entertainment, please make sure that you are safe. If they search you, please allow them to do that, because we've been seeing a lot of shootings around taverns, which are places of entertainment, where people are actually losing their lives now. That is something that is quite sad if people are not able to see the rest of this year alive. We don't want to be talking memorial services or funerals if we can avoid it. So if you can spend your celebration into the new year at home, please do so.
Okay, let's talk about celebrations now. People are coming in Gauteng, others are going out. Let's talk about those who are coming in the province of Gauteng to enjoy themselves with their families and celebrate the crossover. SABC will be deploying resources and journalists in Soweto, Hillbrow, Yeovil, and other different places. Let's talk about the inner city, or Hillbrow and Yeovil. In most cases, that place is notorious for, because in other years they do not behave. Your message to those?
Well, they need to know that our law enforcement will be out in large numbers. The SAPS is ready to manage that situation. It's something that we have been able to do successfully in collaboration with the Metro Police as well. It's not just Johannesburg. We've been seeing a lot of misbehaving around our CBDs, whether it's Ekurhuleni or even the city of Tshwane. So we are saying we are going to have huge deployments there. The police, the Metro Police, the traffic police, looking for drunk driving as well, and those people who are going to take the opportunity to commit crime. We're going to be dealing with that. So we are ready. The deployments have been confirmed. The provincial commissioner of the police in the province has finalized the plan, and that is going to be implemented tomorrow.
The Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, known as SPCA, they have issued a statement warning those who will be using firecrackers, fireworks, because it hurts animals. And what are you saying to those now who will be using firecrackers in terms of their responsibility?
Yeah, messages have been communicated to our residents using different platforms, WhatsApp groups and other platforms, to respect that particular request, because it really causes trauma to our animals. Therefore, the application of the bylaws is going to be set up as well. People have been reminded. We also appeal to ward councillors and other councillors, wherever you are, also remind your residents that they need to behave responsibly. We don't want any reports of distress. We don't want the NSPCA to be all over the place just trying to tell people of something that they already know. So firecrackers are not allowed in residential areas. If you want to do that, find a place somewhere very far where there are no people, because we have seen injuries as well of children, of people who sustain injuries through irresponsible use of these firecrackers. It's not allowed. It's not going to be allowed. But of course, law enforcement is going to be out in large numbers tomorrow to make sure that people are reminded of that particular duty.
I will not be doing justice if I don't ask you about those who are selling alcohol, the establishments. They will be making money tomorrow. People will be drinking up until late.
Yeah, we are urging those who are operating places of entertainment to make sure that everyone is safe. Whoever is going there, they need to be safe. That's why we're saying if it's possible to step up your security, search everyone that's going in. Rather do that, but also make sure that if you are walking into that particular place, comply with what they are saying you must do. It's for your own safety. So we are saying those who are operating illegal establishments, they need to refrain from doing so, because we've been seeing a lot of unnecessary deaths, people dying in operations that are illegal because of that irresponsibility. So we are saying the law enforcement is going to take its course where this is taking place. We urge people to be safe even as they celebrate. The fact that you are drinking doesn't mean that you must be irresponsible. That's why we are saying if you can do it at home where it's comfortable and safe, please do so. If you will be in the street, make sure that you are not drinking and then driving or even walking, because the pedestrians that we are talking about who have been killed, some of them were drunk walking on the road. So tomorrow is even more important because it's a day when everyone will be out on all our roads. But we urge all our citizens in Gauteng and those that are visiting to please do so carefully. We want everyone to celebrate responsibly and make sure that if you're traveling, you arrive alive.
Very much. I see other media organizations are here. They would want a piece of you. That was Mr. Elijah Mhlanga, a Gauteng government spokesperson, Unathi, telling us more on what is expected to take place here. We're at the Hoek Toll Plaza here at the Heidelberg. That is where we are stationed. We will camp here, Unathi, and monitor the situation. Elijah Mhlanga urging residents, especially those who are coming to the province of Gauteng, to behave. I remember when we spoke to the Deputy Provincial Commissioner of the South African Police Service here in Gauteng, that would be your Major General Fred Kekana. He did emphasize that passengers are not allowed to consume alcoholic beverages, even if they are not driving. Even if you are a passenger in a taxi or in a car, according to police, you are not allowed to consume alcohol. And if they stop the car and search it and find that you are drinking, or the driver is drinking, or the passenger is drinking, those passengers or that passenger will be arrested. And I have to say that maybe next time we will engage with other law enforcers, including Gauteng Traffic, maybe Gauteng government, including the acting premier Mamabulo, or the MEC of Roads and Transport here in this province of Gauteng. I'm talking about Kidiboni Diale Tlhabela. I'm told that she is on his way to this operation, Unathi. But because of time, back to you in studio in Auckland Park.
Thanks, Calvin. In fact, we also spoke to the RTMC earlier on, Simon Zwane, telling us, in fact, close to 9,000 people were arrested on the roads this festive season, 6,000 of those for drunk and driving.